Hello, since it has been a while since I posted anything here on YouTube, I decided to share this quick video with you today. Today I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful flowers out of light-weighted cardstock. You can see they're easy to make and really don't take much of a time. What you'll need is a strip of as I said, light-weighted cardstock. This I cut out of a 12 by 12 piece sheet. What you do is you cut a strip about an inch and a quarter wide, and 12 by 12 and 12-inch long, and then what I did is I punched one of the edges along with Martha Stewart Dolly lace punch. I also punched one of the edges. Here I punched two because I just punched the wrong edge because I'm right-handed, so I punched this edge. Then what you do is that you color it with whatever color you like. Here I used two colors. On the edge I used Tattered Rose Distress ink, and on the straight edge I used Tea Dye Distress ink. I prefer coloring the paper not at this stage, but later on I'm gonna recolor it again and you'll see why. So after you've punched your paper, what you do is you fold it or you crunch it somehow to create very fine creases. This will first of all help you twist your paper when you're forming your flower, and it will also add beautiful texture when you recolor as I'm going to do right now, recolor your paper. If you're using heavier cardstock, here this is very light weighted cardstock, but if you're using heavier paper, then it really helps to glimmer mist your paper and dry it, but not completely dry. That really helps to make your paper more flexible. You can also use some perfect pearls in water. The same idea, you just mist your piece and you dry it with your heat gun, but as I told you, not completely dry. Okay, so now that we have this, I can go back and color it, and this is when I prefer the coloring, because you can just go like that. What this will do is that the raised areas or the creases will catch more color than the lower parts of the paper. I'll show you closely, just let me finish. Of course, if you're coloring the paper for the first time, you should start this way, but because I've already colored it and I want the heart of the flower to be darker than the edge of the flower, then I'm just using this very unprofessional technique. Way of coloring. So as you can see, the creases catch more color. This would really make the flower beautiful when you start forming it. It would look more realistic. Okay, so after this, what you're gonna need is a square piece of heavier cardstock. And what I did is I used the big glue dots, not the mini glue dots, or you can use the mini glue dot, but you will need more. What I did is I formed a circle with one glue dot in the middle. This would be the base which I'm gonna glue my flower on. As you can see here, this is the flower and this is the base where the flower is glued on. Okay, so to start, what you do is you take the edge. This edge actually should be straight, so just not to confuse anyone, maybe I can snip this off. You can leave it, it's up to you. I just prefer it this way. Okay, so what you do, oh, that's the alarm clock, just let me shut it and come back. Sorry for that, but this crazy clock goes on every day at 12 o'clock and I don't know how to reset it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is just, I hope you can see this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start forming the lower petals. As you can see, I'm pinching and gluing the paper and forming okay, you can see the flower is starting to form. But what I'm actually doing, you can see here, this is where I'm starting, because I don't want the paper to finish on me. I really need to go complete this round and go and form nearly another round. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna kind of form a crown shape. As you can see here, I'm forming some kind of a crown shape. Okay, you can see. Don't worry, we're gonna fix this. And then I start round 2. You can use another glue dot if you really need one. I'm gonna do my best not to use another glue dot. Okay. I think I will need a glue dot. Maybe I should. And use, just undo it. And then just use one glue dot here in the middle. That doesn't look nice. Anyway, you're getting the idea. So I continue forming a circle like so, and then again like so. Oops, I don't know if I went out of here. Well, here we can use a glue dot. The problem is I don't have any mini glue dots, so I'm stuck with these big, enormous glue dots, which I don't really recommend you buying. They're really sticky and big. So this is what we're gonna do. Okay. Anyway, so this is what you're gonna get. Not really a beautiful flower, but to make it to let the paper rest more rather than like being like that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna snip wherever the, like here, forming petals. But don't snip all the way to the center. You're just gonna snip this much, which is not a lot, like a quarter of an inch, and you do that for all the petals. So, like so. Be careful, not to double cut your petals. You complete them all, as you can see. So this will allow the paper to rest. You can see how it really rested. You can see how that's so beautiful. And then what you can do is you can just cut these corners. Be careful not to cut your petals. That's what I did before. Okay, so we've cut all those. And then here comes the part where you want to really make sure that this holds. If you're not sure that it will hold, or to decorate this middle part, because leaving it like that, that's not pretty or professional. Like here in this flower, what I did is I glued a rhinestone. Here I used I used an eyelet, and I threaded some paper. I threaded it through. Here I'm going to show you how to use the crocodile to fix an eyelet there. So what the color that I'm going to use is going to be bronze. I think that color is very nice. And the crocodile. So I use the bigger and just center it and punch a hole, insert the eyelet like so. Look how beautiful that is. And then just fix it there, and here you go. You have a beautiful, beautiful flower that really looks nice. I've tried doing these flowers using different edge punches like this, but I think the result that you get from the dolly lace punch is much nicer. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you found it useful, and I hope you really enjoy making these beautiful flowers. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.